Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World. All right, we have the Battle of Stevensburg, June 9th, 1863, Virginia, part of the Brandy Station battle. And what's happening here, we're using Brother Against Brother. These are the activation cards, so that Jack, when that gets pulled, that artillery battery can activate. The same with that Queen for that unit of Confederate cavalry and that king. And they are in columns so they can switch cards as needed. Our Confederate South Carolina unit is in a skirmish order right now. And we're using Brother Against Brother again, tried and true. And we're going to be playing this pretty much pure. Other than in movement, a 10 will be a 10 for movement. And I'm using the D20 system where firing is on a D20 with no saving throws. It causes less casualties. We have two jokers it will be in the deck. The red one is a special event, and the black one will be when the second one comes up, it's the end of the turn. Our Union troops, you'll see there's a die with them. All right, this battery does not appear here on this knoll until turn 4. Our 1st Union Regiment. Now, I'm using Scott Mingus's book. We'll go over that in a moment. This unit's the first unit to come on the board, and it's the Ace of Clubs. On turn 2, you'll see there's a 1. That means turn 1. Turn 2, this unit comes on the board. There are 4 regiments here, and they basically end up to be 10 figures a unit. So one was 12, one was 9. So it just worked out easy for me to make them all 5 bases, 2 figures. Turn 3, and then turn 3 again. So their objective is to get off the table at that end. Well, very small engagement. Brother Against Brother is a really good system, a lot more detailed than what I used in the last game. And we're using Cross Sabers by Scott Mingus again. The amount of information he has in these scenarios is incredible. I try to use the map as close as I could to our game. And this is the way our table looks, okay? Due to the fact that I'm using 54s instead of 15s, our Confederate reinforcements are coming along that road. Really, they should be out here in my junk pile shelving. Okay, but it's darn close. Now, as far as units, one of the best things about this book, you'll see that the skirmish unit of 7 figures, which because I have them glued 2 figures to a base, our South Carolina unit is actually 8 figures. And they have breech loading carbines, elite. And then our unit coming down the road, they are Colonel Williams Wickham with a +1, 4th Virginia Cavalry, and Monorman's Virginia Lynchburg Artillery 1 3-inch rifle. Now this Confederate unit actually is 20 figures. I broke it up into 2 companies. All right, so that way in this system with Brother Against Brother, I'm not wielding big units. And back here we have our David M. And his Whitworth is a 3-inch rifle tonight. And there we have our Marks figure that's been getting a lot of talk. Really appreciate all of you that send notes that are my age bracket that remember some of these old 54 millimeter figures. Now, Mr. Dave M contacted me, and he's going to run a 54 millimeter game at the Williamsburg Muster. I'm doing one on Friday, so I guess we're going to pool our forces, and I'm going to help him out with his game. And he's a great war gamer, and I appreciate his friendship. And he belongs, I think, to the Novak Wargaming Group. All right, So I have to do some chores for my wife. We just got her up and around, and we got a snowstorm coming. I'm not going to be able to play this evening, but I will throughout the week. And really quickly, if you're not familiar with Brother Against Brother, it's a card activation system. The units move by a card comes up. So in the beginning of the deck, we're really only going to have that ace and the two jokers and the other ace, this union ace. And then turn 2, I will add the union king. Turn 3, the 3 Confederate units in the back, and so forth. And then turn 4 will be the artillery battery will appear on that knoll. But the objective is for the Union to get off the table. And if you're not familiar with Brother Against Brother, it covers the American Civil War, Revolutionary War, French Indian War, and Gettysburg area gamers, we used it all the time. Wow, quite a transition in battle from the Brandy Station game. A lot less figures, a much more detailed system. And everyone in this game is going to stay mounted. And it is a -1 to hit mounted. And you cannot charge across fences. You can move across them at a -2, but there is no charging across fences. And look at that. I have a fence in the middle of the road. All right, that was Goober's fault. Gotta laugh. Life is short. And, all the world that's going on. And you really need to laugh when you have a goofy thing like that happens. And, I have to say, this table looks pretty darn good for throwing it together. All right, I'm going to download this video. Thank you for watching. This is helping to save Weiss Fork Battlefield. For the next 4 months, I'm going to really try to put out a lot of videos to get different people to watch my channel to help me raise money. And I guess I need to do a shout out. Civil War Trails, sometime in late January, I'll be delivering a check to them. And I also received a $25 check from Sheriff John in Broome County, New York. And that will be added to the Civil War Trails Fund that we raised with YouTube money, over $300. And that's just from you guys watching. I'm not asking for donations, just asking you to subscribe and watch my channel. And then when we get into May, we'll be helping the Braddock's Battlefield History Center. All right. Well, don't forget the Goober calendar. We have less than 2 weeks before that stops. We stop printing it. So go on Google and Google Goober calendar and order one today. Thank you. Stay safe. Be kind. Be courteous. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it.